Hello, Majesty. Tell me something. Have you ever stopped to think about why we feel such a strong urge to share everything we live and everything we want to experience? Are you like that too? We do this because we have a need to connect, to feel less alone, to hear someone on the other end say, I get you. We seek support, validation. We want to be heard. And that's human. But let's reflect together. Does everything we feel really need to be shared? Could it be that, without realizing it, this habit is actually sabotaging us? Could silence be more protective than we think? The problem isn't opening up. Sharing is essential for human growth. The real issue starts when we share everything. With everyone, all the time. Some things are still forming within us. They're fragile, delicate. Putting them out into the world too soon, hoping to be embraced, might actually bring the opposite. The truth is, there is wisdom in keeping certain parts of our lives to ourselves, at least for a while, because when we overshare, we start to create space for noise that drowns out our own voice. And that's where the danger lies. Too much. Exposure doesn't just drain us, it disconnects us from ourselves. It pulls us away from our inner compass and makes us lose direction in our own story. That's the real problem. Filtering what, with whom, and when we share isn't just about self-respect. It's emotional protection. This habit of talking all the time has been draining so many women who are searching for authenticity, spiritual growth, and inner peace. Today, we're going to talk about what emotionally intelligent women do. They keep in silence what they are building, healing, or experiencing deeply. Not out of pride, but out of strategy. Because they know that protecting what is sacred to them is a form of strength. So, what should we keep secret at all costs? 1. Our emotional wounds, while they're still open. When the pain is still fresh, talking about it might feel like relief. But in reality, it often becomes a pathway to even more suffering. Speaking about something that is still raw reopens the wound with every word. And worse, we hand that pain over to people who may not know what to do with it, or who might, even without meaning to, react in ways that hurt us. In psychology, we learn that talking about pain that hasn't been processed can deepen the suffering. Reliving something painful before we've worked through it internally makes us more emotionally vulnerable. And depending on the reaction of the listener, we might feel invalidated or judged. That can hurt more than the original problem. We move away from listening to ourselves and start interpreting our pain through someone else's lens. Plus, many of the pieces of advice we receive, even if well-meaning, come from experiences that aren't ours, in lives that aren't ours. And when we try to fit our reality into someone else's perspective, we distance ourselves from our own truth. Emotional healing needs time, silence, and safety. Talking too soon can backfire on our minds and our souls. That's why silence in these moments is a form of self-care. An open wound needs protection, not exposure. Speaking before processing is like trying to clean a house in the middle of a storm. You just end up spreading more mess. Here, silence is self-respect. It's knowing how to create clear boundaries. It's understanding that privacy is sacred when we're in a state of vulnerability. We need to give ourselves that time. When we listen to ourselves first, healing begins. Emotional healing happens from within, and protecting that space is an act of strength. 2. Our big dreams. Before they become reality, every time we speak a dream out loud, we expose it to someone else's eyes and to the energy of doubt. Even with the best intentions, people can end up discouraging us, transferring their fears, or unintentionally planting seeds of uncertainty. Do you really think that'll work? You're going to leave everything behind. That sounds so hard. And just like that, our idea starts to shrink before it's even had the chance to grow. According to neuroscience, when we talk about our goals before taking action, the brain interprets that conversation as progress. That's because sharing. A goal activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, the neurotransmitter linked to pleasure and motivation. The problem is that dopamine hit is misleading. It gives us the feeling of having moved forward without any real action. In other words, we feel satisfied just by talking about it, and then we lose the drive to actually do it. That explains why so many people with great ideas and intentions end up stuck. It's not a lack of ability. It's too much talking before the right time, keeping our goals private while we're still. Shaping them keeps us focused, grounded, and aligned with action. Speaking less protects the power of doing. And this isn't about holding back out of fear, it's about channeling energy wisely. Also, talking about our goals too early can trigger outside pressure and inner tension, and that blocks everything. Protecting a dream is like protecting a pregnancy in its early stages. There's a sacred period of invisible growth. In this phase, silence becomes a force field. It's not superstition, it's energetic strategy. It's honoring the timing of things. When we stop talking and start doing, the dream takes root. That's how goal setting becomes reality, through presence, focus, and discretion. 3. Our most intimate relationships and connections. True relationships grow stronger in intimacy, not in exposure. When we talk too much about who we're with and what our relationship is like, we create space for outside interference. Love turns into a performance. We start acting to show instead of feeling to connect. Even worse, we open the door to opinions that have no place in our bond. And that chips away at the authenticity of the relationship. Taking care of a relationship means recognizing that no one on the outside fully understands what exists between two people. Loving in silence is protection. It's understanding that some connections only bloom far from the spotlight. Building real intimacy with the person you're with so you can talk to them about the relationship is always the better path. That kind of exchange is more honest. The bond becomes stronger. Majesty, have you noticed how silence holds sacred meaning in spiritual practices? In nearly all traditions, there's a time for retreat and introspection. That's no coincidence. It's where real transformation begins. It's in the stillness that clarity forms. When we keep certain parts of our lives just for ourselves, we build an energetic protection around them. That's sacred space. Silence isn't absence. It's pure presence, it's maturity, it's emotional respect. And once we understand this, we stop feeling guilty for staying quiet and start feeling proud of our ability to protect ourselves. Silence is wisdom. It's inner strength. It's empowerment. A woman who learns to choose what to share, with whom, and when, unlocks a new kind of freedom. The freedom of not needing validation to trust herself, and the freedom to preserve herself. Let's do a simple but powerful exercise. Every time we feel the urge to share something, let's pause and ask ourselves, why do I want to share this? Is it to vent? To get support? To seek validation? Just reflecting on this already gives us clarity. And with clarity comes the power to choose. That's self-knowledge in action. And one last thing, Majesty. As someone who used to overshare all the time, I know how hard it can be to go through certain moments in silence. Sometimes, it's truly not possible. So, if you do choose to share, let it be with intention. Ideally, with someone who's prepared, a psychologist, a therapist, a spiritual advisor. Someone who knows how to listen without judgment. Someone who helps you find answers within yourself, without steering you off your path. And if it's someone from your personal life, let it be someone who truly knows you. Someone who shares your values. Someone who respects your silences. Who can offer support without intrusion. Silence isn't loneliness, it's a filter. It's care. It's self-love in motion. It's the wisest way to protect our vulnerability, maintain the privacy of what's still unfolding, and preserve our boundaries. It's a direct path inward, where true emotional healing happens. If this video touched something inside you, leave a like and share it with someone else who needs this message. We don't talk about this enough. And so many strong women are feeling fragile simply because they haven't realized that silence is a place of healing, not a sign of weakness. Oh, and of course, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, because here, there's always a new video to help you grow with more clarity, lightness, and wisdom. You are amazing, Majesty. And honestly, that doesn't need to be a secret. See you in the next video.